Core team, welcome aboard with me, Long John Silver to Anno 117. Thank you very much. So, I'm overdubbing this because it's just been a hard day of recording, and I'll cover that more than once in today's episode. But anyway, while I'm just tidying up a few things, you can see here that we dropped in the theatre. Took a little bit of jiggery pokery, but I figured, you know what? Where's the best place to put it? And the square, it turned out, was probably the best place to put it. I think that's probably fine. I don't think it's an issue. I would have liked to have been able to run the road all the way down the front, but there's not quite enough space. So it's just one of those things that you just have to live with. So the theatre is here, right in front of the villa, somewhat overshadowing the villa, but I think that's probably okay. And I don't think it's going to change anything very much. It is pretty handy though, and we have some equites next door who are the people who wanted all of this in the first place. And it's a pretty handy thing, actually, if you have a look at it, because it adds +3 happiness, +1 knowledge, and +1 prestige to all the affected buildings. It does say affected buildings there was 0, which is a bit weird, but that's that. And yeah, and I put in the aqueduct, which you saw, which was a bit of a thing, but I managed to get it in anyway. So there you go. Turned out to be a bit of a challenge, obviously. Turns out water doesn't run uphill. Who knew? So I just had to move the aqueduct source over. But it does take up a bit of space, so it does require a little bit of jiggery pokery. Otherwise, everything else is fine. I've been building over here with the farms and various other bits and pieces, and building over here. And on that, while we are over here, seeing as that does give us such a benefit, it might be a good idea to stick an aqueduct over here, because we're not building, and if we can stick one in the middle, so we have these area effect things like the vintner and stuff in the middle, because that's how we're getting the best of our area effect. So what we might want to do, pardon me, is bring an aqueduct in somewhere. The aqueduct cistern adds +3 health, and I think that's +3 fire safety off the top of my head. But that, that's a way to combat these negatives that we have. So the best thing to do is obviously have a look at this and sort of see, well, if you plonk it here, look at all those houses that you would be getting a positive effect from. And this is like a little mini town that we have here. So what we need to do is we need to move a little bit of houses out of the way. Now, a little bit of the things with the houses is what annoys me with it is, although you can rotate, once you pick a house up, you can't rotate it on an angle for some strange reason, best known to Ubisoft, I don't know. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll clear this space a little bit, and we'll make room for some pardon me, for some houses. And again, you get suckered into doing these grids for a whole variety of reasons. I don't like it, and I don't want to like it. But anyway, if we plonk this cistern in here, turning it around so we've got the feed going the right way, where do we put this? We can run it out here, which is fine. We obviously don't have enough concrete yet to build it, but we can carry on with the planning. So there's actually a little bit more room in here than I thought. So we should be able to move the house over, and another house over, and another house over, but not the third house, because I'm going to need that from a viaduct. So if I leave that where it is and connect my viaduct up, it's pretty much a straight line. Pretty much a straight line. The shortest line between two redundant positions is a straight line, and then we can put our aqueduct source in there, and we can tie that up. And look at that. I think that will be a nice benefit to this little place that we can whop in there. And we can do it now that we've got all this fancy stuff. We don't need to worry about it. And again, part of this game is like demolition and rehash. You don't get everything at once, so you have to go back and remove things, rebuild things, and do stuff. Which I don't know. Is that similar to real life? I guess it might be. So anyway, this is us. This is Ankh-More Pork. It's looking predominantly the same. We're growing it. We're adding it. We're making things look really good. Well, I don't know about looking really good, but we are doing stuff. We are doing stuff with Ankh-More Pork. And I'll just let this run while we just have a look at some other things. There's still room to build, and I'm still planning on it. I'm still planning on keeping all of these production areas out here, supporting them as you need to support them with the fire and the health and the whatnot. All seems a little bit strange to me, but I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. And then we can have loads of we can still grow the town, the people, the income earners, hopefully income earners out that way. If we're going to do what are they called, the next one up, not Equites, you have Liberty, you have Plebeians. The Plebeians will need to get some additional things built out there for the Plebeians. That might be a worthwhile way of making a little bit of money. Trade-wise, everything I think is doing okay. Got a lot of sheep, which is fine. What are we doing with sheep? Sell when above 55 minimum stock 20, so that's fine. I've been putting a lot of these extras in. Obviously, it's farming. We can sell them. They make money for us. We get trades for it, and if we want to, we can make a bulk trade at some point. She likes me because obviously I have aqueducts, so that's great. It would be great if you could hear what she's saying, but you can't. Sorry about that. She's just telling me I'm fabulous. You're fabulous, visitor of aqueducts. She doesn't speak like that. I can't do her accent, so there you go. Right, what are we doing? Let's have a look at the diplomacy side of things. Yes, see. So, still doesn't like me enough for a defensive pact, though. But he does. A defensive pact, which is a promise to fight side by side. So it's not just a non-aggression treaty. It's a defensive pact, and I'm not super sure. There's no way to know if he's already got a bad relationship with somebody. So I don't know, diplomatically speaking, how he's getting on with anybody else. I suppose I didn't see there, now that I'm just looking at this as it's going past again, as you usually do when I'm watching it for a second time. There's a thing on the bottom there that says Reputation Overview, which may have been helpful. You must remind me, and I'll bring it up in the next one to have a look. Because obviously you don't want a defensive pact with somebody who's just about to start a war. Her, I would like a defensive pact with, because she's probably the strongest person in the game right now, and I would like it if she didn't decide to attack me, which would be awesome, but I don't know. Anyway, snaileries over at Quirm. So we're going to build the snaileries, but we're short of concrete, which is fine. We just need to change our trade to bring some concrete into the island, which is all right. I mean, I don't know. It's debatable. I mean, obviously you can't be self-sufficient in every island. That's kind of the point. But we're not going to need a lot. We're only going to need a bit. So we're going to need a bit of concrete, but not a vast amount of concrete. So we'll just keep it low, just enough to build these. And it might be the kind of thing that we do more of, although population dynamics is one of those things on this island that I'm keeping a very close eye on. I don't want to spend a lot of time building things like this and then end up having to increase the population and stuff, because really this is here to farm olives. And I've already had to add in a bunch of people, and when you add in people, you need the fire, you need the health, you need everything, and it's close, and it's up and down, and it's a little bit here, and it's a little bit there. So I'm keeping a close eye on it, but I don't really want to go too much further, with the people, because then I have to do a little bit more jiggery pokering around. So I'm kind of happy with it going the way it's going. It's trading the way it's trading. We're getting our resin. We are getting our olives off the island, which is great. That's what it's there for. We don't need an awful lot of high demand. It is just what it is. Sorry, over in our concrete island, things are sort of going well. Haven't done much building, trying to save some money. Haven't done much building. Added a little bit onto the side, again with the support, because you obviously have to add the support. So there might be a little bit more growth out the side. But again, I mean, we've got all of our quarries going, and we've got some sand going. I'm not sure we're going to need an awful lot more stuff, but it would be nice to get more in terms of the grapes for the wine, and in terms of perhaps honey. But it should be pretty straightforward. And again, it's never intended to be a massive island. It's got, what is that, 363 people. It's only making me 398 coin, but that's because the end product is being made over here in Ankh-Morpork. I've got a small fleet of ships over here. The ships are a bit of a nightmare. I've been trying to get these raiders, these little raiders here, but they're awfully fast. They're awfully fast little boats, which makes them very hard for my lumbering slow triremes to catch up to. And I'm not sure there's any better way to fix that. There's nothing wrong with my boats when they catch up to them, but the issue is catching up to them. That is part of those sneaky little raider there is running into my harbour. So I should put one of my triremes over there as protection. We don't seem to have long-range harbour stuff like ballistas or anything like that would be useful. What was that thing? Is Archimedes invented the parabolic mirror from the sun? What'd they call that? I can't remember. Oh, and I've got a specialist. The Materialist Medicus knows 100 diseases and 1,000 remedies. Excellent. Pardon me. We need to put him somewhere. Well, the only place we've got to put him really is in the villa, which is fine. There's a whole bunch of people there. Which is okay. The only other way to get around that is to build. You can build these kinds of things, the officium, which accommodates specialists in the city. You can only have 5, and you can see there's a big area effect there. So you put a specialist in there, and presumably that's the area of effect. I don't know why it's called kitchen, officium kitchen. Anyway, we can put it over here. You can see it can be built over here. That said, I haven't used it before, and it isn't abundantly clear once you put it down how actually to use it, because this menu isn't moving. I suppose this is a me thing, not a you thing, right? And I'll have to get used to figuring out how to make this work. Not that I have any specialists to put in it anyway, but just talking about that, warmer hospitality. But I'll figure that out in due course, I'm sure. Yeah, so no additional specialists, no special items, no nothing left over, so I can't use anything like that. Anyway, this is Ankh-Morpork. Health is a bit better. It's now not in the red. It's not in the black, but it's minus 333. Now, what I need, or what I would like, obviously talking about my boats, is if there was like a speed increase for boats somewhere. So where would you keep that? Would you keep it in the military? I might. Would it be a military thing? Make boat move faster. Outboard engine. Imperial measures. That's ship construction. Speed. I don't see any more boats. I see a lot of people in defenses, but I don't see an awful lot of boats. I don't see any boats. I see some horses. Boats. What's this? Civics? Would civics make people go faster? People. Boats go faster? No, this is Quinquiremes. I I don't see anything for making boats go quicker over there. And then this is economic. And I'm pretty certain that economics isn't going to make your boat go quicker. No. No. How is it they used to make them go quicker? Copper-plated hulls. Bronze-plated hulls. Isn't that how they used to do it? They would put a metal sheet on the outside of the hull, and it would make it go faster. Don't have any of that. Or it might be better sales. Anyway, I can't find it, so I don't know if it's in there. So I don't know if we can make our boats go faster. If it's just something I have to put up with. Where are my boats? Did I move my boats? There is my boats. So if I can't catch the raiders, I suppose one of the things you can do is you can set them up for a patrol. If you put them in the right place. Although it looks like I have 2 triremes and a pentacontra there, which I didn't realize when I was doing this. But obviously a pentacontra is a trading vessel. So why I have inadvertently put a trading vessel into a what I am terming a patrol fleet is a little bit weird. But there you go. You live and learn. So I probably shouldn't have had the pentacontra in there. But I'm okay with 2 triremes. So anyway, you just drag this line around wherever you're going to put your patrol. And it doesn't have to be around your island, of course. And then down there at the bottom you see it says apply patrol, which is a square. And when you do that, your boats trundle off on patrol. So and hopefully they'll make a difference to the raiders. You know, the raider has these tiny little ships. They just seem to be endlessly coming. Yes, Tarragon. I know that you have offered me this pact and that I'm not desperately sure about it. But I think, in the main, I don't want to decline him. So we're just going to say yeah. I mean, I think he's pretty innocuous. I don't really think he's annoying anybody, so I think we're probably alright. I mean, I am cautious that I don't want to get dragged into a war. But he seems okay. We still don't have enough stuff to build this stuff, which is fine. We can build that. I think you have to wait until you have all the material to build this. It doesn't build it in segments. So I think it seems like it just wants you to build the whole thing as a single, requiring 36. I've got 24 concrete. It'll take a while, but it'll get there. It'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're making concrete. Well, yeah, we are making concrete. We're bringing in the stuff and we're making it on Ankh-Mor Park. So we are making concrete on Ankh-Mor Park. It'll be just something that we have to get done. Right. This little island. There's not many little islands. This little island has some things on it. And the last time I looked at the islands, I wasn't sure how much it would cost. So I think what I have to do this time is I have to go down here and see what it's going to cost for this little island. I think if we can't have big islands, we might have to take some small islands. There's still a lot of islands. There's still a lot of unclaimed islands. This is probably like the beginning of the mid-game, I would say. So you can see on Albion, there's not that much. There's Arthur who is there, and there's Zara who's moved there with 2. And then there's me and Tarragon with just 1 each, which is fine. Albion's still very much a place in development, for sure. And I really haven't done much. I put the pigs out here, which is just annoying that pigs are apparently so repugnant to everybody in a mud age civilization that you've got to put them miles from anywhere. And that road was just a road that ended up going in no particular planning just to get us there. Anyway, pigs -2 health over a large area. Even the sausage making processing is minus. And I can't do herbs because I don't have herbs on this island. That was one of the things on one of the other islands that I never got around to getting to in time. Was herbs, but that's alright. We can import that in. If we make pigs, import the herbs, make the sausages ourselves, I'm sure we'll probably be okay. So we haven't really done much. Haven't really done a lot over here. Part of it was money. I had to save quite a bit of money, 15,000 just to make the theatre for a start, and then quite a bit of money for the aqueducts and various other bits and pieces. So I've been saving a bit of money, so I haven't really done anything. But I am going to need to do a little bit of something over here because we do have to crack on with Albion. So we do need to make this a little bit bigger and a little bit more of a financial thing and a little bit more of perhaps a military thing, etc. So it's definitely something I need to get on to. So in the next part, what I'm going to do is I am going to do a little bit of a build montage. And I will bring you back a post-build montage to let you see what I've done, shall I? So there you go. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, yeah, that's right. This villa. I really need to drop this villa in somewhere. How about there? Right, hello, welcome back. Oh gosh, I have not had a good day of it today with trying to make recordings. So I realized that I actually had my controller on mute, and when you put your controller on mute, it mutes the headset as well. So I had the headset mute, which is why the earlier part of this is overdubbed. And then when I realized that, I went back and I reset things, and then forgot to hit record again. So so you missed a bunch of the build, and you started off over here when I was doing some building over here. So anyway, and we've got some news. Obviously, that last bit you saw was us doing a little bit of work for the Emperor, and getting ourselves into trouble, which was inevitable. You know, we're a hostile invading force, occupying force. So anyway, there you go. Right, the situation is thusly. So I've been building this up population-wise, and that is fine. I have been going out here and making sure that I'm setting these correctly so that they are servicing all of the things that they need to service, at least the way I think so, and that's working okay. We've got 69 health, 529 happiness, 337 fire, which is good, so that's all positive, and we're keeping some of the nasties out here and some of the other nasties out here. We've just got these arms. We've got some burners, charcoal coal makers out here, and things have been short of wood a bit, which is, you know, to be expected because we've been using a lot of wood. That said, we're really probably in a bit of a pickle. Now, I have been going through here, obviously, and I have been making sure that I have been putting in the necessary resources to keep everybody happy, so that's all good. I think that's all good. But it seems like when we did this thing for the Emperor, so the Emperor thinks we're awesome, and he has made us a supporter, which means our island settlement costs are down, which is great. I want to have a look at that in a minute. Can re-roll items at traders. That's interesting. Can re-roll items for a specific niche. 15% better prices for goods with all emperors represented. 20% better for with all emperor representatives. And I think that's it. So that's awesome.
The water flows and you dictate its path.
And
it is clever and essential.
She likes our
share an
cisterns.
interest.
We do, but we're not getting married. Just yet. Right, but unfortunately,
your Gwyn this day. May it be your last.
He doesn't like us. Now, poor old Tarragon. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to get into an agreement with Tarragon because I was worried that someone might start a fight with him, and it looks like I'm the one doing the fight starting. So poor old Tarragon's gonna get
Let it resound through the ages.
Gonna get a little bit of trouble. The reality is they're gonna come over here and they're gonna trash our whatchamacallit, this thing, port outpost, whatever it is. So we've got one ship here to defend ourselves. I am sending those other two ships back to Ankh-Morpork because we have had a problem with the trade vessel getting sunk in Ankh-Morpork, so I'll need to have a look at that. For some reason, I can't build a shipyard here yet. I can build a repair crane, but I can't build a shipyard. So I don't know what that's about. I might have to upgrade one of our mercators, and we haven't got all her Northern Irish needs sorted. So that might be something to work on. So I think Arthur Yorgwin, or whatever his name, is going to come over here and give us a good old trouncing. Which, there you go. I don't think they destroy your island, but I guess we're going to find out one way or another. So there you go. Same with these things like barley fertility and flax fertility. I can't make those yet, so there's nowhere. She doesn't do those. She does wheat. So that might come along later, but so we're still in need of quite a lot of development actually over here on Alabion. Which is fine. We'll try and work on that when we're not pissing off the locals. But you see, I don't have much island to work with here. This is all I got. So, yeah, don't exactly know how that's going to work out. Can't really build houses in a swamp. I think I went through this, kind of. Yeah, can't build houses on a swamp. So, that's that. That is that. Anyway, let's go back to sunny old Latium. latium, whatever you want to call it. So we're back here. We're back here. We're back here. Is anything happened? Is anything fallen over? Is anything greatly destroyed or otherwise broken? No. Fire safety is up, which is awesome. I can build this now. Build. Yeah, so that builds the lot. So there you go. So that's now, for once in my life, I now have a positive fire safety rating and a positive happiness rating over here on Port, which is just absolutely amazing, isn't it? So we've managed to fight the negativity. And I did say that I was watching some other creators online. As you do, we're a community as content creators. We have a look at each other's stuff and, you know, get together and nut some things out sometimes. And some of them were saying, "Oh, you just got to get through it. You know, you got to go through these stages, and one of the stages that you got to go through is all these negative nonsense." So we've done that. So we've managed to work our way through that. So we're doing okay. So that means we're kind of doing fine. These guys, we're not quite ready for an upgrade, if such a thing exists. They now want some other things, I do believe. Let's have a look over here. Let's come over here. Not quite. We haven't unlocked them yet. We need 500 of them. Writing tablets and this. Also brooches. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how we get that, because that says it wants me to put in a silver mine, which is great. But in order for me to I wonder if I can add that to favorites. All slots are assigned. Are they? So if you pull up the radial menu, not that one, this one. Let us get rid of that. So we can remove that one, because I'm not interested in that one. Did it remove it? Copy. And I'm not interested in the cosmetic tool at the minute. That's fine. Upgrade. I could remove that because I'm not interested in that. So let's do this. Yes, go buildings. We'll go over here. No, here. We will add that, which is fine. Now then, if we go over to Albion, and we then open our favorites menu, what have we got here? We've got an L2 at the top. No. See, it's not working. So this is supposed to be my favorite wheel, and it's not getting rid of those favorites. So it's not letting me put in an extra favorite so I can build there. That says iron mine. Don't want to do an iron mine. I want to do a silver mine. We should be able to do silver. Here it says the iron mine is locked. Quick tools. Favorites? Was that my favorites? So what's that? That's adding a mountain slot to my favorite. No, I don't want a mounting slot in my favorite. What have I got here? I've got the City Watch stuff. I've got some other things. So, it won't. Yeah, alright. It's a bit weird. I'm gonna, go away. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I think figure that out offline. I think I said that last time and I never got around to it. That I'm not quite rightly sure how we make that happen, because obviously we can mine silver, but maybe we need the next level up, etc. Anyway, that's Ankh-Morpork, and Ankh-Morpork is growing well, and we've got plenty of room to grow out here and do way more. So that's and out here even. So that's my intention, is to just keep keep old Ankh-Morpork on the growth. We got a little bit more money now. We got 61,000, so it's starting to look a little bit rosier in terms of our finances. It wasn't looking rosy. And in terms of where we're at with things, we might need to balance a few things out. We need a little bit more hemp, it seems. Although we're probably doing okay-ish. It's a very minimal difference. Looks like we're going to need a little bit more coal than we currently have. Don't like coal because it takes up space and it's a fire risk, but there you go. Looks like some of these things are being hampered by something. I don't know what. Could just be a timing issue. I think everything else is looking sort of a-okay. This is an import. We're not quite making enough amphori. These are imports. We're making concrete. We're importing grapes. We're importing honey. We're making wine. We're bringing in cheese. We're bringing in togas, and we're bringing in silver brooches. So we seem to be doing okay in that regard, although we could do a little bit of a balance of stuff. Over here, the population's been a bit up and a bit down and a bit in between, which is a bit weird. So it's on the cusp, on the border. But what I might have to do is, that is one of my resin tappers, so I don't want to mess with those. But what I can do is, there's space up here. I can move some of these olives further up the hill, and I can expand my housing out here a little bit. But I can keep an eye on it. Like I said, I had no firm idea to build it much bigger, and we've now got these snaileries going, which is, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, someone presumably did the research to figure out this is how they used to do this. So I don't know. It looks interesting, fascinating stuff. How many snail snoozes have we got? We've got a few, 32. What have we got at? Sell one above 75 and a minimum stock. We could probably take that down a bit. Let's say 45. And we probably need to keep minimum stock of about yeah, let's say 25, because some of these are going back home, I do believe, in terms of trade. We'll just double check on that. Trade routes. No, we're not bringing any back from that's Quirm, isn't it? So bread, Ankh-Morpork to Quirm. I think that's where we're at. Quirm? Yeah, we're at Quirm. So actually, we have this. We could be saying, seeing as you're taking bread to Quirm, pardon me, we could be loading up with some of these suckers. Definitely not 50, but we could be loading up with, say, 15, and then we could be offloading those, and we could be making a little bit, so that'll save us a little bit of headache on that, which is great. All those other trade routes seem to be doing okay for now. It says that everything is in order, although I'm getting a little bit of a warning. I got my Aqueduct Vitae trophy. No, it's still saying there's a warning. So why are you giving me a warning? One ship, one ship, one ship, one ship. Edit. I don't see anything wrong with that one. See anything wrong with that one. What's up with this ship? Oh, he's got stuff in him. He's still got iron in him. The Arsenal. So is this now my? What was that? What was that wheel that was coming along? That was my favorites. So I've got now aqueducts, but I still don't have silver mines. Anyway, I want to look at the boats. Arsenal, where are you? There you are. Arsenal. You have 10 iron ore, which, to be honest, you could destroy that. No, I don't want to. I want to jettison this overboard, actually, is what I want to do. How is it you do that? There's nothing. I actually have to get him to go somewhere to do something. So I need to wait till he lands somewhere before I can do something about that. I think he's heading.
Waiting for your decree.
I think he's heading to my port right now because I think that's what's holding him up. Also, and possibly, have we got? Are we full of olives here? Where are you? Are you full of? Are we full of olives? Yeah, we have an awful. We have an awful lot of olives. So do we? Can we? Is there a point of we can have an olive press? Because if we're not making any, we've only got one on the island, and it's over there. So what do they do? Health +1. Okay, well that's awesome. Let's get them down here somewhere. Who have we got down here? Who are these people? See these 4 people here? Who are these people? And wouldn't they love to live over here? Probably. Probably not. I think they're no, they are Liberty, so they're fine. So they want to move over there because they've decided that that would be the best place to be. We've got an abundance, so that lifts that up. And then while we're at it, we may as well have a look at the fact that we have these 4 people here who have also expressed the desire. See what I mean? I can't now rotate this on a different angle. It says deactivate diagonals, but that's not what Square does actually. You have to cancel that. Sorry, you have to do that, and then what you have to do is you have to move this. I put this over here temporarily. Gonna have to move that. They don't actually fit in this road, or should I say this road doesn't exactly fit them. So what I'm gonna have to do is I might just move them over and have a little way, and then we have a square in the middle, which is fine, and we will drop our olive press in there, and that oughta drop our health by 17. Can you explain that to me? Because I don't understand. Sorry, let me check this again. So this increases the area effect by +1, and it made our island health worse. Kiska, what now? Is that because where I put the people? They all seem to be covered. I'm not really sure about that. So if anyone knows what the heck is going on. Anyway, look, we're nearly there. Our health is only -17 compared to what it was. 736 happiness. 326 fire. Have we got any specialists turn up? No specialists have turned up. So all of that was by way of saying that we need to free up some more space for some olive oil, because we've got a guy over here who's fully loaded with olives that I'm going to have to go sell somewhere or something. If we go back to not that island but this island, I literally have done nothing. I just got stuck with Albion, but I do need to wrap this place up, and I can probably wrap it up quite quickly, honestly, because there's a limit to what we can do and a limit to what we want to do. It's a very small island. But on that, I did say down here we had this teeny weeny island. Well, no, I didn't say, sorry, it was in my head. We've got a teeny weeny island down here, and I had a look at the price. The price was originally 52,000, but it has come down because we now get a benefit from island settlement costs. That said, this guy doesn't miss a trick. So this increases our land tax by 75 a minute. Now, as I have said before with this game, what does that mean for our income? I have literally no idea. I literally don't know how we're supposed to work that out. We have these statistics, which covers things like gain, loss, and balance of people. But I can't. Sorry. Under statistics, this is to the right attributes. So it doesn't, but it doesn't show me what, how this relates to, I suppose, taxes. So I've got, well, here we go. My land taxes are currently minus 344. So I seem to be paying out a total of 93.2 thousand. But I don't know what that's over. Is that a minute? Is that, what is that? So is that a minute? So 75, an extra 75 is, a sizable chunk. It's about 16%. So that might have a fairly deleterious effect on our finances. And I'm not sure how that would benefit us. I suppose, what we need to do is we need to try it and find out exactly what's going on. We obviously say build it, but I don't. Does it actually build it? Because it does actually build it. So we have actually settled yet another island, which is grand, and we'll see what that does for our finances. It's a very small island, and the only real thing it does, it does resin, it does olives. We've already got plenty of that. It does what looks like it appears to be is that gold. So we've got gold. I haven't seen a gold mine. Have you? Fine glass might have gold in. So how are we mining gold? If we don't have people who need gold, how do we? What is this? Marble. We haven't got marble. I don't think we've got anywhere that makes marble. I don't think our military people are going to need gold, and I don't think any of those need gold. So this is interesting. So we're going to be able to get gold for some purpose. There must be more things left to unlock above Equites then. And what's this fish? Sturgeon. Oh, caviar, is it? So sturgeon. That's where you get caviar from. So gold and caviar. So there must be some extras. So sturgeon and gold might be where we're going with this one. So we'll just have to set up a population. Sturgeon obviously is going to be coastal, so that's not going to be an issue. And gold's going to be up here in the mines, so that's also fine. So we could just populate that. We might even be able to make it a little bit self-sufficient. No, we might not. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with that one. So yeah, so there you go. So we've settled another little island. So that's 4 on this map, which keeps us apace with Zarathustra, because we're keeping a close eye on her. While I say that I'm not going to marry her, a marriage of convenience might work out well for the Empire and Zarathustra. Who's obviously, shades of Cleopatra. Anyway, I just digress a lot for no particular reason, and I've really got to go. So there you go. Thank you for persevering with me. Pardon me. Thank you for sticking in on this one. We've got a few things to do still. We've got some stuff to wrap up. We've got some things to do offline. We've got to survive this war in Albion. But it's probably fair to say that Ankh-Morpork is looking pretty solid so far. Touch wood, famous last words. And we will see how we do in the next one. Okay? Feel free to hit that like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to tell all your friends to come and hit that like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell notification so you know when the next one of these is coming out. Do feel free to drop any tips, tricks, hints, or questions that you may have in the comments below. And I'll see you all for the next one real soon, shall I? Ta-ta for now.